Good morning. Welcome to YAP. New set, new place, new house. Who this?
Do you guys feel weird?
I feel weird.
You feel weird?
This feels really weird.
Yeah, I'm sitting beside you,
Yeah.
not
And like the
directly.
camera's like right there, so I'm like.
Yeah, hi. How's it going?
Yeah. There's like one light shining between us, so I really hope the lighting.
It'll be fine.
Yeah, we'll be fine. It's a podcast anyway. Close your eyes. Just listen.
Yeah, just listen to us. Listen to our beautiful voices.
First time in this room. It won't be the last, for sure.
No, I think this is where it's going to be, isn't it?
But yeah, if you have any comments on how the set is looking, please give me feedback because I actually don't know what to do. I was thinking of like having some sort of like couch or something, like on some like late night show type vibes.
Yeah, I love the couch. Yes, I love a couch vibes.
Yeah.
Like a little late night.
Yeah, because this feels like, I don't know, it feels like an interrogation right now. It's like I'm checking to somebody in front of me.
Yeah, that's true. There's no one in front of us. It's just us.
Yeah. Who sent you? Kind of thing. I don't know. Anyways, it is fucking hot. Let's get into it.
Okay.
Beauty.
Oh,
Beauty is
thank
pain.
you.
Shut up.
Thank you so much, Abdel. That's
Eight
so
in the
nice.
morning. Beauty is pain, so they say. No, we're covering just the whole epidemic, I guess, of beauty influencers and just how tiring keeping up with every single fucking beauty trend is. And
Tell me about it.
yeah, and I think this is like way more prominent with girls than guys, probably. I only just started seeing this stuff because like I'm on the like self-improvement kind of TikTok.
Aw,
but
same.
like yeah, but I'm sure like women have it like way worse than I do.
Oh, it's constantly on my feed. Like the thing is, here's the thing. Like it's been happening for years, probably like at least decades and decades
Yeah.
of just like, what's the new trend?
Yeah.
How to like treat your skin better?
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. Like, and then you've got people telling you, no, use this, no, use this, no, use this, and it's just this. I don't want to say the market is too saturated, but it is.
Yeah.
Like there's too many products.
And it's too many techniques for the same goals. Like
Routines and rules, yeah.
like if you want to grow your hair, there's like 27 million different ways to do that. If you want to like take care of your skin, there's like 60,000 skin routines with like 3 million products.
And dermatologists are telling you to do these things different, but it's
Yeah.
but the thing is that I understand because everyone's very different, right?
Yep.
Everyone's got different skin, different textures, different problems that they want to fix.
Yep.
And so I get it at some point, but
Yeah.
it's actually exhausting listening to it when you're on TikTok and you just the constant scroll of like, you need to do this, you need to do this, and some things are contradicting each other and whatnot.
Yeah.
I can think of the latest trend at the moment is Nina Paul, and I don't know Nina Paul, but she put out a skin routine, or at least what she uses specifically for her routine to make her skin clear or something like that. Anyway, because of this, non-stop, I don't even follow this lady. I don't even know what she looks like, to be fair. Every single TikTok I've seen is like, oh, I did Nina Paul's skin routine. Like, this is no joke. Rah, rah. And then, because obviously this is all American, now New Zealanders are getting on the trend and are like, go to Chemist Warehouse with me to find the Nina Paul, all the Nina Paul, like, products that she uses. And all the products that she uses, I'm like, yeah, I love these products. Like, I use a lot of them, and I agree. But I was like, we don't all have the same skin. We don't all have the same goals.
That's the thing with a lot of these like skin routines is that like people treat them as objective when really like it's so subjective towards like, oh, what's your skin type? What's your like season color? Blah blah blah. Like it's just so many things that like you can never be like completely right or wrong. I mean like because if you're trying to be like an objective kind of guy, I'm sure, objective kind of girl, I'm sure their skin routine applies to a lot of people.
Yeah.
Just not everybody.
Not everyone, yeah.
And yeah, I was like reading this article and like, it's so many things I never thought about. It's like, like the season, color season, the teeth whitenings, waist snatching, hair pulling, teeth pulling.
Teeth pulling, yeah.
It's just, God.
Oil pulling.
Bro, I got exhausted reading the list.
But that's the thing, like, you should see my bathroom cabinet. It's overflowing and it goes into my other cabinet because I have so many products that, one, probably do all the same thing, but they all do technically different things. And I don't use them all the time. And it's like, oh, I'm going to use this twice a week, and then every alternating day I'll use this, then every other alternating day I'll use this. And it's like, why do I do this to myself? Like, I've got so many like different like problems, but really, what are the main things I want? I want a hydration, protective skin. That's it.
And I think it's really interesting that like, I mean, humans have always wanted to like slow down aging, and like that's like such
a big thing now, eh?
It's such a paranoia.
Yeah.
That like the whole idea of people looking like they aged. But I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like you should age. It's fine. I promise.
I think that's actually a good point. I think what a lot of people nowadays, especially on TikTok, you're right. Like everyone's afraid of aging.
Yeah.
And I'm on I'm on 2 TikToks where people are embracing getting older, and then other people aren't.
Yeah.
And are like, this is how I didn't get wrinkles.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you're 22.
Yeah.
Like, get over yourself. But it's also like a Botox culture. You have to think about celebrities nowadays. And if you think of like older celebrities, right? If you think of like Jennifer Lopez, Jennifer Aniston, gosh, who else? God, even Madonna's at this point as well. But they're all unrealistic standards of what the age group should be looking like at this point.
Is it that they have work done?
They have work done. They do have full glam teams as well. They are in the public eye. They get their makeup done, nutritionists. Like, they've got their whole life is personal brand.
Yep.
Every day they have to look presentable. Like, that's the differentiation from us to them.
Yeah.
But because they're in the public eye and everyone just idolizes them, they think, oh, that person aged gracefully. No!
Yeah.
They've got money.
Yeah.
Like,
you're never ugly.
They're not.
You're just broke.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's true.
Yeah.
But I think it just gives unrealistic standards to men and women because they think, oh, well, they're that age and they can do all that and they can look like that. I must be able to do that too.
Yeah. I don't know if you're familiar with a guy called Brian Johnson.
No.
He's basically this guy on TikTok that's like blowing up recently. I think he's like 44, and his whole life goal is to not die. So like he's like a billionaire that does like everything that's like self-care, but everything is like so scientific. Like his diet is a way, he sleeps a certain way, he tans a certain way. He does look young-ish, but he just looks like he looks all like uncanny, bro. Like he's a 44-year-old man cosplaying as a 30-year-old man, and it's just like. I
think at the end of the day, though, it's about how you feel inside, right?
Yeah.
If your mind is there, if you're like. I don't want to say body, but if your body is there as well, because obviously, you know, people got disabilities and, you know, things come about, and which is fine. But if you can be functional and anything like that, you're fine. Like, you're fine. I don't know. Yeah, I think people just have an aging. They're scared. Yeah. People are just scared of aging because I think aging shows that, oh my God, I'm getting older and my life is going to end soon.
That's
what it is.
It shows your mortality, I guess.
It does.
And people are, I guess, yeah, maybe people are just scared of death. Maybe
it's a deeper meaning.
Yeah, maybe it's that. But yeah, it's like, I was thinking about this, like, since when has this been like a thing, like this whole like self-care obsession and this whole like it's been exhausting for so long, because I could remember like back in the day where like these like straight up infomercial channels that were just like dedicating specific like moisturizers or specific like these like, I don't know what you call them, but like it's like something you stand on and it just like vibrates.
Oh, the vibrating pad or something.
And it would show people like before and after, and like it would look like 2 different people.
I mean, we our age, right?
Yeah.
We grew up with some really whack reality TV shows.
Yep.
And I don't know, my mum used to buy all those like real crappy magazines.
And seen on TV.
Like, you know, I don't know what the magazines were. I forgot. Like, you know the ones like where they were 1 spreading lies, 2 were just absolutely shredding women and people to shreds.
Yes.
And then
Gossipy
you've got like The Biggest Loser. Yeah. You've got all those like shows where they show like all this like not negativity towards like aging or how you look, especially. Yep. Like, okay, have you seen the show? Oh my gosh, I'm going to butcher this. It's called like The Swan. No, it's definitely called The Swan. So you know
The Swan.
The Swan.
Okay.
You know the story of the ugly duckling, right?
Yes.
Because it turns into a swan, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's essentially that. So they take these, what they what they think is subjectively not beautiful women. And they sit, like, I don't know how long, I think it's for like 3 months. They go through the process of all the surgery to make them beautiful or subjectively beautiful.
I feel like I
And they reveal them at the end with all their surgeons.
Yeah.
Like, they do their teeth. They do, like, every single thing you could ever think of. And that's why they have to take such a long time to reveal, because the recovery is terrible.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, when I watched that show, I loved it.
Yeah.
Like I did when I was a kid, because I was like, I want that to happen to me.
It is entertaining. You can't like not watch it. I remember seeing something super similar. The show was called Jewel, and like the host was called Jewel, I guess, too. But smart. Yes, you can't blame her. But yeah, she would do the same thing. She'd get like women in their like mid-30s, I guess, that would have been like freshly divorced women, and they're like they want to like fresh start, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And yeah, they like sit down with multiple surgeons and stuff, and they get like markings on their face and stuff, and then they do like a little before. It's like a curtain, and then like the woman walks through the curtain, and like that's like the new
that's exactly the song, isn't it? But isn't it crazy that these women, that we grew up with that and thought, oh, that's normal.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Insane. People, I mean, the celebrities that we do look up to, they do it too, and it's just true. It's just what happens, but. I think it's such a damaging show, because it's like, you can only look beautiful if you can get all this stuff done, which I think is...
It's so sad.
I think is sad.
It's so sad.
I don't know. Sad. We don't have many shows out there, and someone can prove me wrong. Or we have a lot of like influencers nowadays, which I love, that are promoting, keeping to yourself and making sure like you can just enhance your features. You don't have like enhance it with, I don't know, fucking makeup or whatever you want to do. Yeah. But nothing to do with you need to get surgery, you need to get Botox. Aging is fine. It's not a big deal.
And I feel like that space is such a slippery slope, because it could start with like a simple moisturizer, and then very quickly it turns into like Botox, fillers, and all that.
You need this exfoliator specifically for this area, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, frig.
And it's actually so apparent with guys as well. There's like this new scene called like looks maxing and stuff. And so basically they're like, oh, you should drink water, work out, blah, blah, blah. And then slowly it becomes like, oh, you should start mewing, which is basically like putting the tongue putting the tongue out from your mouth. And then there's like, oh, the tongue doesn't have enough force, so you should start thumb pulling. So you put 2 thumbs in the top of your roof, in the roof of your mouth, and just do that.
It's ridiculous.
And then like, it's just,
it's
how
exhausting.
far do we go? It is. It's so exhausting. And how far does it go? Like, does it stop at surgeries?
No, here's the thing as well. I just want to mention this one. Specifically for men, right? And this isn't not necessarily doing with aging, but beauty standards in general. Is like height. Like, men are self-conscious of height nowadays, which I think is, and I don't want to say ridiculous, but I mean, I'm not a person that has really cared about someone's height. Yeah. But because I just want to have that height, they're extending their legs,
surgery,
which is what I think is so great. Like, I never would have thought a surgeon would even agree to do something like that, but it's normal now.
Can I say something? It never looks good.
No.
They always look unproportional.
Because it's not natural. Why are you getting your legs extended?
Yeah. And like their arms barely reach their waist, and it's like, what are we doing here, bro?
I think that surgery is probably just a little bit too far.
Yeah.
I was like, I'd rather you get Botox, bro.
No, because they literally like smash your knees and like.
Yeah, like they're in crutches in a wheelchair for like ages. It's just insane. But that's what I'm saying. Like, there's just so many like beauty standards are always just going to change over time. Yep. And it's just going to be a constant cycle of you have to be this, you have to be this, you have to be this. They talk about body types nowadays, and back before, in the ancient times and now, it's been a constant cycle of what looks good, what doesn't look good for both men and women. Yep. And it's just going to keep going. And that's why all these like beauty trends are coming into play, and all these new products coming into play, and then it's just constant. Yep. It just goes on and on and on. And
I think the pendulum is slowly swinging. Like, I think people are starting to get people are exhausted. I'll say that for a fact. Like, a lot of people are exhausted. But I think a lot of people are starting to get exhausted with the influencers that push that agenda. The influencers that are like, oh, you need this. And it's like, not really. Just drink some water, use this moisturizer. I think it'll be fine.
Like, how do you have a 35-step routine?
Yeah.
Like, for your face.
Yeah.
Like, calm down, girl.
You must be so unemployed to have that much time, bro. It's crazy.
But also the product is insane.
I.
Our boss just walked in.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah. It's yeah. And yeah. So the real self care is saying no to endless routines. The real self care is the friends we made along the way.
Oh, that's annoying.
My fault.
Look, guys, if I'm honest, just use moist. No, here's my advice.
Oh, here's
Are you
Maddie's
ready?
skincare routine.
Here's
Let's
my
go.
skincare routine.
All
Okay,
right, let's hear it.
right. All you need is something that hydrates your face. So like, well, water, but hydrolonic. I can't actually say it. Hydrolonic acid, whatever it's called.
Sure.
That. A really good moisturizer doesn't have to be scented, just normal, right? SPF, so important from the sun. That's going to help you not age, is actually protecting yourself from the sun. Stop tanning, really, except for fake tanning. A retinol and a vitamin C, and that's it.
There you have it.
That's all you need.
You want to hear mine?
Yeah.
I'm gonna come off so dirty. It's just like water and a face wash. That's
No,
it.
I agree.
Yeah.
And for your body, you just need a soap, a bar of soap.
Yeah.
Just get it done. Get in there. If you want to exfoliate, go for it as well.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
Yeah.
A dry brush
A shower gel.
and a shower gel. But like you'll have
and a scrub.
perfumes and shit that you can
Yeah.
help yourself with.
Yeah. That's fair. Fair enough. So yeah, don't fall victim to capitalism. Be
I
yourself.
have. But
Don't-
I know what we need.
Yeah. Don't be like Maddie.
No, get the products that I said
Be like
to get.
Maddie then. My fault. Be
Yeah.
like Maddie.
Do what I get.
Yeah. Next up, from shampoos to ketchup.
Wow.
Tell me, bro.
I don't
these
even
transitions
know.
Just keep getting better.
I don't even like ketchup.
No.
Do you?
It's all right.
It's more tangy. It's got that tartness that tomato sauce doesn't have.
Oh, you think there's a difference between the both?
There is.
Okay. See, for the longest, I've always thought that you guys just say it differently because you guys are just like.
No,
different.
ketchup's very different to tomato sauce.
How so?
Oh, should we get some ketchup and tomato sauce in
Ketchup
here?
is good. Tomato
Yeah.
sauce isn't. Right?
No, okay. Tomato sauce is more sweeter than
Yeah.
ketchup. Ketchup's got something in it. It's like a tartness. You'll be able to taste it next time because every time I have ketchup, I know it's going to taste different to tomato sauce, and it always does.
What would you rather?
Tomato sauce.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know
Word.
why. I think it's just because it's the Kiwi
Yeah.
girl in me. Just
Yeah, that's fair.
used to it more.
I don't know. Recently, I've like, I don't know why. It's only this year, 2025. I was like, let me try a couple of different condiments. Honey mustard has stuck with me this year.
Interesting.
I put it
Wow.
on every single thing.
I like mustard. I like normal mustard.
Yeah.
Honey mustard, I've had maybe once or twice, but never have I.
I've
kind
like
of-
almost never tried it before this year, I think.
Isn't it funny that you
Yeah.
just have like a wee obsession with it?
Yeah.
Like, you know, you go through stages of
Yeah.
finding food, you're like, wow, I really like this.
I'm on a honey mustard kick right now.
Yeah, I love that for you.
I used to be on an aioli kick, but that
Ah.
I got like the mayo egg, I think. And so now I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, I found out how many calories were in a tablespoon of mayo, and I went, oh,
How many?
100.
1 tablespoon.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's what I'm saying, like, well, sorry, this is a different conversation, but
Yeah.
condiments are your highest, like,
Yeah.
factor in calories.
Yeah.
And I was like, whatever, I don't want to count them.
Yeah.
Just eat whatever the fuck you want and make
Yeah.
sure it's healthy and you're all good.
But if you want to be on the self-care thing, what I did was you get Greek yogurt, you get buffalo sauce, and you mix the two and put a tiny bit of pickle juice in there.
Ah, that sounds
It's so
yum.
good.
I
It's so
love
good.
Greek yogurt.
It's so good. All right, the king of condiments, Heinz, or Whatties. Is Whatties just Heinz here?
No.
Okay.
Whatties and Heinz are completely different.
Do they not have the same logo? Am I bugging? The same like font?
I think Whatties might have taken inspiration from Heinz years and years ago and it just kind of stuck.
Okay, for those that don't know, Whatties is like
The New
our-
Zealand version.
yeah, the flagship.
Yeah, pretty
condiment
much.
place.
Yeah.
Yeah, Heinz has come out with a campaign that is pretty ballsy. They've launched it all over the UK, and they've basically plastered photos of foods. And when you see the foods, you just think Heinz.
Yeah, and the font. They do have. There's
Yeah.
no Heinz logo on the campaigns.
I'll pull up the photos.
Which is iconic, because, yeah. Well, if you think about it, how are they identified as Heinz? Not even the photo. I could probably say it was Heinz just by the font and the fact that those fries are sloped,
Like
are
this.
curved in that
Yeah.
way. Because obviously, when you see a Heinz bottle, their whole thing is Heinz.
Yeah.
And so, like, you know that it's going to be
You think if it didn't have the words, you wouldn't think it's Heinz?
No.
No?
I'd be, I don't know. When I
Yeah.
think of red sauce, I don't necessarily think Heinz.
Fair.
If they had the text on, yeah, of course I know it's
Yeah.
Heinz.
Because they've also got this one. I think this is pumpkin soup. I think it's pumpkin. Like, I don't know.
If I took off the font
Yeah.
and I just saw that orange
I wouldn't
thing,
recognize.
I wouldn't know what it is.
No. But this one, I think you would. Or no?
Yeah. Yeah, beans. Nah, actually, I disagree.
What's the other brand that has beans that's popular?
Baked beans, what is?
Maybe I'm thinking, yeah, I think what is
What is?
But
You know,
okay.
I think Heinz is definitely one of those brands that has become something like McDonald's, or like if you think of the big brands, Apple. When
It's a
you
household
see a
name.
product or when you see just an advertisement, they don't need to actually have their brand on there. Like they don't have to have their logo. They don't have to say that they're associated with Heinz or whatever, because you know who it is.
Yep.
Just by the images, just by the text.
It's kind of like the Tesco ad we covered a while ago. I don't know if
It
you remember.
is, yeah, exactly.
But this is, I think, like a step further because, like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think Tesco had that. They had those elements of it being Tesco.
Yeah.
Yes, Heinz got it, but I mean, at the end of the day, if your text, if your font is
That distinguishes.
that iconic, yeah, exactly, then that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But like McDonald's does it all the time. They're like, I think they're one of the best at like their campaigns, because they barely put the little N, they barely put the McDonald's at the bottom. They just show some of the product, and you just know it's them.
Yeah. On that, I don't know if you saw this recently, but McDonald's actually had a billboard, like a on the floor billboard in the middle of the Netherlands, I think, and it was a plain red, and another one was a plain yellow billboard, and the only way you could tell it's McDonald's is that the actual billboard smells like Macca's fries.
Wow, that's crazy.
It's insane.
How do they do it? I don't want to know.
I don't know.
I'm scared that
But-
they know how to do that.
Dude, that's insane.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Like-
That's what I'm saying though. Like, that's icon status.
Yeah.
That's like ultimate. Like, if I see an Apple product, I know it's an Apple product, even without
Yeah.
the Apple logo,
Yeah, you
and
can-
probably
yeah.
without the product in general.
You could get away with like the color palette, I think. Like white and
Yeah.
gray is like Apple.
Yes.
Red and yellow is McDonald's.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, they've really owned it.
Yeah. And I think you obviously like if I'm a new brand, I wouldn't do that because no one fucking knows what the fuck
Yeah.
we are. But yeah, I feel like this like flexi type of ads you can only do when you're like in the game for at least like a century maybe.
Yeah.
Like yeah, you've transcended generational people that it's just like oh that's
Everyone
just like,
knows.
yeah.
That's what you want to get to,
Yeah.
at that point.
Yeah.
It's everyone knows. And I think that's hard as well, because it depends on the kind of industry that you're in. If you're
Yeah.
in technology, yeah, okay, cool, Apple. Well, everyone uses Apple. Not everyone uses Apple, sorry, but everyone uses their products because their products are universal. Everyone needs to at least have them in their life, apart from a baby, of course.
Yeah.
Same with McDonald's, like it's food. Same with Heinz, it's food. Like people, there's food everywhere.
Consumables.
Yeah, consumables. Everyone needs food in their life to eat. We need
Yeah.
to survive. So that's why, So it's one of those things where like I don't even think I could name like a beauty brand that is so iconic that everyone would know. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's what I'm saying, because not a lot of people
No.
actually use their skincare. Not a lot of people do all this kind of stuff. So
I think it's
Or
also
into
like
it.
I might be wrong, but is it like it's a more relatively newer industry, like the beauty industry, rather than like
no, I
it's been
don't
around.
think so. Absolutely not.
like who's the biggest beauty brand? MAC.
Not even, but I don't buy Mac, I don't even think I have one
Yeah.
Mac product. But that's what I'm saying, like,
Yeah.
it's, and when we think beauty as well, it's skincare as well,
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
thinking like Aveeno or something like that, like where people actually do, like Dove,
Yeah.
I don't know, shit like that.
Head and Shoulders.
yeah,
7
exactly.
in 1. Yeah.
Oh my God, dear Lord.
That's
But
a-
that's what I'm
yeah.
saying, like there's nothing that, there's not other industries that everyone uses.
Yeah, for sure. So if you want to get there, put in 100,000 years, and then you'll get there one day. With that being said, guys, thank you so much for tuning to the YAP podcast. We will
Thanks.
catch you another time.
Yes.
Well, with that being said, use mouth tape. It's good. Bye.
Oh.